Yo, how's it going? Stupid here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to take a look at the Origin Palkia V-Star deck. Before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe and ring that notification bell for more Pokemon videos delivered straight to you. We're on the path to 1,100 subscribers here on the channel. I'd love to hit that by the end of the month if that's possible. If we do, maybe we'll do some sort of Astral Radiance code giveaway. So definitely make sure you're commenting down below so I can keep an eye on who's helping us out, push for the algorithm. That way YouTube knows to push this video out there. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it though. So we're going to look at Origin Form Palkia V-Star. Don't mind the proxies. I'm still waiting on my booster box and all that other stuff to show up. And maybe we'll buy some singles. But this is a super solid deck, and I think it's worth looking at. I know a lot of other people are covering this deck. So hopefully this list that I have built, that I've tested with, is at least a little bit different and is informative to you in some shape or form. So we're going to play 3 copies of Origin Palkia V-Star here. We've got Spatial Swell, 2 water for 60 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each benched Pokemon, yours and your opponent's. Think of it like Suicune, but with 280 HP. The V-Star power is an ability, Star Portal. During your turn, attach up to 3 water energy cards from your discard pile to your water Pokemon in any way you like. So really good recovery, and you can just keep attackers going every turn for the most part. So that's the V-Star. We're rocking 4 copies of the regular V. Domain Roller. Switch your deck for a Stadium, put it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. It doesn't really happen too often. If you're going to attack for 1 water energy, you're probably just going to end up using a Sobble, which we'll get to. And then for 2 water and a colorless Hydro Break for 200, and it can't attack during the next turn. Easy peasy. So yeah, we're going to rock 4 of the V and 3 of the V-Star. We are, of course, playing the Inteleon engine, so we've got 4 of the Rapid Strike Sobbles. Keep Calling super important for 1 energy. Search your deck for 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon, so you can just, you start a Sobble, you can attach, and then keep calling for 3 more. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. We've got 3 copies of the Shady Dealings Drizzile. When you evolve into your Sobble, search your deck for any trainer card and put it in your hand. Really good utility. This is really going to help us do a lot of different things with this deck. And then we've got some Inteleons here. We've got 1 copy of the Quick Shooter and 2 of the Shady Dealings. When you evolve into the Drizzile, or I'm sorry, from the Drizzile, you can search your deck for 2 trainer cards and put them in your hand. And then this one is some additional chip damage. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon once per turn. So this just kind of helps you get closer to knockout range if you whiff anywhere. And this will help you grab all your utility here. Alright, continuing on with the Pokemon, we've got the brand new Radiant Greninja. The ability to conceal cards. Discard an energy card, and then draw 2 once per turn. The Radiant Pokemon, you can only play 1 in your deck. Think of them like the old Pokemon Stars, like the shiny Pokemon back in the day. And the attack actually is really cool here. 2 water and a colorless Moonlight Shuriken. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. If they don't have a Manaphy in play and you whiffed some knockouts with Palkias, you could actually probably clean up the game with the Greninja. So definitely keep that in mind. It's really cool. We've got 1 more attacker and or utility here in the form of Starmie V, 190 HP, Pokemon V 2 prizer with Swift for 2 colorless. It does 50. It goes through. Think of it like a Shred. No weakness, no resistance, or any effects. So if they have, like, say, like Decidueye or Altaria or Miltank, Swift will just get you through it. And then the other attack, 2 water, Energy Spiral, 50 times the amount of all the energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. So really good in the mirror match. Definitely keep an eye out for some Starmie action. Really coming into clutch to seal out some games. And of course, you can't play a deck with Sobbles and all that without a Manaphy for Wave Veil to protect your bench from the Big Bad Bear, Urshifu, and I guess Jolteon. If Palkia really does gain a lot of popularity, as I think it's going to, we could see the return of Jolteon in some shape or form, so you definitely have to be prepared to be teched out for that matchup. Alright, on to the supporters. We're rocking 3 copies of Iridia. Excuse the proxy. I just didn't want to print one out, honestly. Because I already had a couple. But you search your deck for a water Pokemon and an item, reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. So if you start with this and you're going second, This is really awesome. Later in the game, your Drizzile can turn into this to grab an item and another Drizzle. So you can be able to basically chain your shady dealings, or you can grab your Palkia, your Greninja. So your entire Pokemon line is completely accessible. Think of Iridia as like a water Karina from way back in the day, from Furious Fists. Really good card. And in a weird world, I would honestly consider playing 4 of these. But for now, 3 has been enough. 4 has felt like overkill. And 1 and 2 it hasn't felt like enough. You definitely want to be able to draw into this. Alright, we're rocking 1 single copy of Boss's Orders. We are playing Cross Switcher, so keep that in mind as well. This is why we're only playing a singular boss for some gusting. We've got a singular copy of Melanie. Attach a water energy from your discard pile. Draw 3. So basically just attach it to your Palkia. So you could use the Greninja to discard water, draw some cards, play the Melanie, attach to the Palkia, draw even more cards. 1 is definitely plenty here. It's not like an Ice Rider deck where you need to do this in Raihan every single turn. Alright, we're rocking a single copy of Cheryl. So in situations where you've got your V-Star ability, you haven't used it yet, they hit you close to a knockout, you can Cheryl, wipe all the damage off all of your Pokemon, and then use the V-Star ability just to reattach the energy and keep swinging that turn. I think 1 is enough. In testing, it seemed okay so far. I eventually feel like if the format shifts to where like we're just like in a big 2-shot war, I think Cheryl definitely stays. But if we figure out like where the game goes over the next few weeks leading into like Milwaukee and NAIC, Cheryl might end up being cut. Alright, another supporter in the last one of the bunch. We got Roxanne, also brand new from Astral Radiance. If your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, you can play this card. Each player shuffles their hand to their deck, and you draw 6, and they draw 2. Think of it like an Ace Trainer sort of situation. But they have to definitely be, you know, beyond the threshold of 3 instead of just like ahead. So keep that in mind. Alright, Ball Search. Got 3 copies of Quick Ball, discard a card, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, nothing fancy. 3 Level Ball, 90 HP or less. You grab your Manaphy, your Drizziles, and your Sobbles this way. 3 copies of Evolution Incense. This grabs you the Inteleons and the Palkia and the Drizziles. Pretty solid. And we're rocking a single copy of Ultra Ball. Thin out your hand, discard some water if you need to potentially use the ability here, or Melanie, and just grab anything. We are playing a singular copy of Battle Pass. I don't want to put 4 in here, and it just felt weird having 4. It felt like a dead card a lot of the times, and with 3 Iridia, if you open up Iridia on your second turn, honestly, like, you grab a water Pokemon and a Battle Pass, and you're just honestly set up for the rest of the game. Any more than 1, I feel like you have to play more discard outlets to get it out of here, and I really just didn't want to. Alright, we've got 2 copies of Capacious Bucket. Search your deck for 2 water energy, put them in your hand. So this will help you grab your energy for your Cheryl play, your Greninja plays, get them in the discard for Palkia. Modifiers, we've got 2 copies of Choice Belt. 30 more additional damage, really does fix the math in some situations. In a world where like they only have 4 energy in play, you know, you need to hit 220 and you don't have the quick shooting. Starmie can get you to 230 if they have 4. You know, so Greninja can theoretically hit one of their actives for, you know, 120 instead. So keep that in mind. It's just a really good math fixer. Choice Belt's definitely super solid. Another technically you consider it a math fixer is Echoing Horn. Put a Pokemon from their discard pile onto their bench. So this will fix the math for Spatial Swell and or give you an easy boss or cross switcher target. I also got a Escape Rope in here. Honestly, feels like a win more kind of card. Let you pivot around and be able to like just shove this up in the active, rotate around, and just do a little bit more. I really love Escape Rope in decks like this. We're rocking 3 copies of Scoop Up Net. Pick up a non-Roblox Pokemon and you know, put it or you know, a V or a GX. Sorry, not non-Roblox, because then you wouldn't be able to re-abuse the Greninja. But yeah, you can scoop up your Inteleons, your Manaphy, your Greninja, and reuse them all. And then lastly, we've got 4 copies of Cross Switcher. You have to play 2 at a time, and you it's basically an escape rope, but you get to pick who they promote. And it's super easy to do with the Inteleon line and Iridia. So like you could play Iridia, grab your Drizzile and your cross switcher, evolve to the Drizzile and grab another cross switcher. Or if you've got Inteleon, it's insane. It honestly feels like a computer search situation with Iridia and Shady Dealings Inteleon, and this feels so good. But we're only playing 1 boss's orders. And onto the stadiums, we're rocking 1 copy of Path to the Peak. Turn off all Pokemon V's, GX, blah blah blah, all their abilities. Now keep in mind, Greninja does actually have a rule box with the Radiant rule, so this will turn off your Radiant Greninja. So keep that in mind as well. Not a lot of people have talked about that in general, but yeah, it'll turn off your V-Star power and it'll turn off your Greninja's ability. So definitely keep that in mind. Then we're rocking 1 copy of Temple of Sinnoh. All special energy attached to all Pokemon, both yours and your opponents. Provide a colorless and have no other effect. So, you know, double turbo only counts as 1. Fusion Strike energy only counts as colorless. It doesn't count as psychic. So it shuts off also the effect of it, where you can't ping them or hit them with abilities. This Ruin Single Strike. This turns Rapid Strike energy into a single colorless, and it just kind of like locks out a lot of the situations. I could honestly see this being increased to 2 if we ever find the space. Again, if we end up cutting the Cheryl or changing the ball counts, I would definitely love to put a second Temple of Sinnoh in here while still playing Path. And then to round it out, we've got 7 basic water energy. Nothing crazy. Feels like enough because you got the 2 buckets, and you've just got access to your entire deck at all points and times thanks to Iridia and Shady Dealings. But this is my early draft of Palkia V-Star. I can't wait to get these cards in and fully build it up and play it, and especially when we get, the set on TCGO, expect some gameplay and further changes from there. But this is definitely my early draft, minimal play testing. It honestly feels so good. It has traded really well against the Arceus decks, and I really do love water decks. I don't know if you guys have noticed that yet or not with everything on the channel, with all the previous Inteleon, the Rapid Strike Inteleon, way back with Greninja Break and all that. So yeah, I've always been a big water Pokemon stan here in the TCG, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, like I said at the beginning, if you found it informative, hit it with a like, comment down below, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell for more. If you need PTCGO codes, check out FairRuntsPokemon.com, link down in the description for 10% off. Use code Steuben, some of the cheapest codes on the market already. Come hang out with me live on Twitch. I stream at least twice a week on average. We do the tabletop tournaments that you see here on YouTube. We see them live. The Gust of Wind podcast live on the channel. Come ask questions for Gazerbeam and I. We've got some awesome guests lined up for the next couple of episodes. But that'll do it for this video. If you need to buy some TCG official cards here, not proxies, check out TCG Player, also linked down in the description. Use that affiliate link, grab all the stuff you need, even if you need to buy some card sleeves like some Dragon Shield. The affiliate link works for all of that there. That's it. I will see you in the next one. Much love and peace out.